real quick side note: several members of Time's Up of the board had to resign because it came out that Time Up, their lawyers and the organization were advising Cuomo through his whole scandal on how he could best handle it. So Chandra Rhimes and some others had to resign, and I think Eva
Yeah,
Longoria, I think Eva
Eva
Longoria,
Longoria,
they had
Journey
to resign.
Smollett.
So
What?
yeah, because the organization was
Did you
helping
say
Cuomo.
Smollett?
Journey Smollett. Smollett, however you say it.
They were advising him? No wonder he didn't.
No, no,
The
they
organization,
were
not
on the
them, but
right.
they're on the
They were on
board
the
of
board
the
of the
organization
organization.
that's
It's like
supposed to be
he couldn't
all
even
about
come
all
up with a
about
lie that one.
stopping sexual harassment and
Well,
abuse towards
not
women.
not the guy.
Yeah, yeah, no. I
Just
thought
the one that I used to have a big crush on her. Not when she was on Full House, but
Journey Smollett. She's
she grew up. I was like, whoa,
gorgeous.
you grew up.
She grew up.
I like her in Lovecraft County, and I'm butthurt about Lovecraft County right now. But holy shit, how? Wait, why are you saying all these women like they were helping Cuomo
No,
out
no, no, no. They're on the
Oh.
board of the
under the
organization.
table?
I don't even know what to press, so I'll press all of them. No, anyway, the Time's Up organization was revealed to have been advising Cuomo through his scandal, which
That's so
kind of completely
dumb.
stands in opposition to what the organization is about. I don't know the full details, but that as a
Yeah.
bad look. So a lot of people are like, "Yeah, we have to step down because that's not appropriate." So,
Another thing I had a hard time with too.
oh, please tell us.
It's like, did you ever see the letter that French women wrote in like I can't think of the English for like in contest to the American way of thinking of like
Voulez-vous
Me
coucher avec
Too.
moi ce soir?
Yeah, but basically, my idea is women, just like men, have the ability to make choices and to want to do things. And I felt like in the Me Too movement, everybody was so hardcore on a witch hunt that they lumped everyone together for the same crimes instead of like categorizing. Like a Harvey Weinstein is not the same as a Matt Lauer, is not the same as an Aziz Ansari, is not the same as a Louis C.K. Those are not all the same thing. Like hardcore rapists should be treated like absolute trash. Date rapists like Bill Cosby should be treated like absolute trash. Torture them, gouge their eyeballs, whatever. Aziz Ansari telling some lady he met on a date that took him back to his house that she should drink white wine instead of red wine or whatever, and him being like a pushy little creep for a moment is not the same as all of that. And so this idea of all these men being lumped together was exhausting because when everyone nitpicked on an Aziz Ansari or a Louis C.K., and believe me, he has his own fucking issues. I'm not excusing that either. When they nitpicked on that, it kind of was like this, like back to Victorian era idea of women where they can't make choices and they're so helpless. Like, oh no, the man told me to do the thing and I did it, and I didn't even know how to verbalize no. Like, you're not under a real threat. Like, there's like a separation there that I wasn't seeing in that movement that I was annoyed by. I was glad it was happening for the creeps, like the hardcore creeps. But like this idea that like a woman felt like she couldn't speak in a moment where it was just her and some little ass man who was like really like too like he called me on the phone and I couldn't hang up. Like that sort of shit like just doesn't fly with my brain. I'm not sensitive enough for it, I guess. I don't know.
Mm.
I'm just gonna
No, I
like
got you.
get as canceled as possible this episode.
I I I appreciate that take.
Yeah.
You get canceled, I'm right there with you, Bex.
Right? It's like women, we have voices. We're strong as fuck. Like push babies out that shit and all. Like
Listen,
we're trying to act like they're like these like helpless little creatures that like somebody just told me one little thing and I couldn't even like open my mouth to say no. Like that's just stretching it too far.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Not all of it, obviously.
I
Like,
mean, obviously, you're not.
right.
You know, there are a lot of exceptions. You know, like you said,
Bill
there's
Cosby
Bill
couldn't
Cosby,
suck it.
what R.
Harvey
Kelly ended up doing to
Weinstein.
these women. You know, like
Yeah,
they
for
had
sure.
a voice going in, but then that voice was taken away from them because their
Oh
freedom
yeah,
was
and
taken
like
away
the
from them.
threats and everything.
Yeah,
Like with Louis C.K., you're getting the threats too. But like Aziz Ansari, that's like
yeah,
No,
Yeah, and even
that's just
Harvey
regular
Weinstein for
schmegular
me,
life.
like Harvey Weinstein, I remember Matt Damon getting the reason Linus, the character of Linus, isn't in Ocean's 8 is because he flat out said, "We all knew this was happening. This is the worst kept secret in Hollywood, and he helped all of our careers, so none of us said anything." And on YouTube, there's that master clip of all the years of him being thanked. Meryl Streep calling him God. She's like, now I have to thank literal God, Harvey Weinstein. He's like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
And, you know, all these people kissing his ass. Anyone acting, male or female in Hollywood, they had no idea this was happening, is like, you're serving yourself. And
But you can see how some women like might have not had that experience with him,
but I think they knew it was
but
happening,
they like
though.
felt like, but like that's a problem. It's
Yeah.
like with what's her name, mom from the Cosby thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Alicia
He did-
Rashad.
thank you, yeah. Like he didn't do it to her, so she just thinks it never happened. Like like it's
Yeah.
it's tough.
Yeah.
But
But that goes back to what you
yeah.
were saying. I feel like taking it as each individual circumstance instead of lumping everything together, which is where we get into trouble. But, yeah.
Did you just play the drums, or is that in my head?
Somebody
goes.
hit.
That's
No, whenever she moves them, she doesn't. Whenever you move the mic, Tati, it's
Yeah.
like.
No, I felt like I was in that.
No, I
Very
thought
good
I was
movie.
listening to Drumline for a second.
Thank you. I couldn't remember. I forgot Nick Cannon's name for a second.
Nick Cannon.
Hey,
Did he just have another kid?
I'm sure, right? Just a minute
Yeah, he
not
had,
Mariah.
ago. Every 6 seconds.
Wait, hang on, he
Cannon
just
has a
had, like-
child.
Yeah, there's so many.
He's a
pregnancy
loose
photos.
cannon.
There's so many.
Hey, listen. He said that who is he to claim a woman as property and some other BS like that.
Yep.
So yeah, and he's gonna give them what they want. Is what
You know,
he
marriage
said.
is a Eurocentric,
Yeah,
institution. What?
Oh, I saw in the Cannon's kids. It was just.
Oh.
The beginning part was awful.
Yeah.
It was-
Sounded like
I
you were
should
trying
have
to
this
squeeze
one.
something out.
What did you do to that baby? Like, what the hell?